Will you let someone touch your hair if they knew all your secrets? In this jaw-dropping African folk tale, a mysterious hairdresser named Mama Kemi runs a salon like no other. She knows everything about her customers, things she shouldn't know. But when a young woman named Adebisi starts asking questions, she discovered a horrifying secret hidden in the salon's mirror. Will she escape the curse, or will the stylist's power consume her too? Watch till the end to find out. If you love African folktale, mysterious horror stories, and supernatural suspense, subscribe now. Don't forget to like, comment and share this video at the end of it all. In a small town in Ogun State, a bright red sign hung above a shop and it read, Mama Kemi's Touch of Beauty. The salon stood at the corner of the busiest street. It was painted a soft pink with golden letters that sparkled in the sun. Women of all ages gathered there, not just to get their hair done, but to listen to Mama Kemi's thrilling stories. Mama Kemi was not just an ordinary hairdresser. Her hands moved like magic, twisting, braiding, and fixing hair so neatly that no one ever complained. But what made her truly special was her words. As she walked, she spoke of things that made everyone freeze in shock. "Ha! I heard that Mama Funke's husband didn't come home last night," she would say, clicking her tongue. "They say he was seen with another woman near the market." Or, "Did you hear? The shop across the street is closing. The owner borrowed too much money and now the bank is after him." Every time, her words turned out to be true. The women grasped, whispered, and rushed home to confirm. How did she always know? No one could say, but one thing was certain. Mama Kemi's salon was the beating heart of the town. One evening, as the sun was going down, a young woman named Adebisi walked past the salon. She had just moved back home after finishing school in Lagos. She had laughter and grabs coming from inside. Curious, she stopped for a moment. Then she heard something that made her skin prickle. Mama Kemi's voice floated through the air. Even our new town girl Adebisi will soon have her own story. Just wait and see. Adebisi's breath caught. How did this woman even know her name? She stepped forward, peeking into the salon, her heart pounding. There was something strange about Mama Kemi, something unnatural, and Adebisi was going to find out what it was. The next morning, Adebisi stood in front of Mama Kemi's Touch of Beauty. Taking a deep breath, she had barely slept the night before, thinking about what Mama Kemi had said. How did she know her name? What did she mean by her own story? There was only one way to find out. She pushed the door open, and a bell jingled above her head. The scent of hair cream and a burning hot comb filled the air. The salon was lively, packed with women chatting while getting their hair braided, fixed, or retouched. Adebisi's eyes landed on Mama Kemi, who was busy twisting a customer's hair. The older woman looked up, and a slow smile spread across her face. "Adebisi," Mama Kemi said warmly, "I knew you would come." Adebisi forced a smile. "I need to fix my hair," she said, walking towards an empty chair. Mama Kemi nodded and gestured for her to sit. "Ah, you have a strong, beautiful hair," she murmured, running her fingers through Adebisi's thick, natural coils. "I will make you even more beautiful." Adebisi shivered slightly. There was something about Mama Kemi's touch. Warm, yet odd, unsettling. As Mama Kemi walked, she spoke as usual, feeding the salon with gossip. "Did you hear? Mama Sade's daughter is not truly her husband's child," she whispered, just loud enough for everyone to hear. The women gasped, and the customers in Mama Kemi's chair froze. "Ha! Mama Kemi, how did you know these things?" one woman asked with her eyes wide open. Mama Kemi chuckled. twisting Adebisi's hair. A good stylist listens. People talk, and if you listen well enough, you hear everything. Adebisi frowned. That explanation didn't sit right with her. The things Mama Kemi knew wasn't just random rumors. They were personal, private matters, and she never got them wrong. Then Adebisi noticed something strange. As Mama Kemi twisted a braid, she plucked a single strand of Adebisi's hair and let it drop to the floor, but instead of sweeping it away, her foot slid over it, hiding it from sight. Adebisi's heart skipped a beat. Why was she keeping the hair? Something was very wrong with this salon, and Adebisi was going to find out exactly what. That night, Adebisi couldn't stop thinking about Mama Kemi and the single strand of hair she had taken. It was just hair, right? But something in her gut told her it was more than that. Lying on her bed, she stared at the ceiling, replaying everything she had seen at the salon. Mama Kemi always spoke with certainty, never hesitating. It was as if she had seen the things she talked about with her own eyes. But how? The next morning, she made up her mind. She had to go back. When she arrived at the salon, the shop was busy as usual. Mama Kemi was working on a woman's wig. Humming to herself, Adebisi walked in and pretended to admire a roll of colorful hair extension hanging on the wall. Her eyes darted around the room. Then she saw it, an old wooden cabinet in the corner, slightly open. Inside, glass jar sat neatly in row, each filled with something dark and tangled. Adebisi squinted, her breath hitched. Hair! The jar were full of people's hair. Her stomach tightened. Why was Mama Kemi collecting people's hair? Before she could think further, Mama Kemi's voice rang out. Adebisi, welcome back, she said, smiling knowingly. Didn't I tell you? Soon you will have your own story. Adebisi forced a laugh. I just came to watch, she lied, sitting in a corner. Mama Kemi nodded and continued working. But Adebisi noticed something new. As Mama Kemi finished styling a woman's hair, she lightly brushed stray strands into her palm and slipped them into the pocket of her apron. She wasn't just collecting hair, she was hiding it. Adebisi's heart pounded. She had to find out what Mama Kemi was doing with it, and she had to do it fast. That night, Adebisi tossed and turned in bed. Her mind raced with questions. Why was Mama Kemi keeping the hair? What did it have to do with the secret she knows? She needed answers, and she needed help. The next morning, she went straight to her best friend, Tolu. Tolu was the only person she could trust. Mama Kemi is hiding something, Adebisi whispered as they sat in Tolu's small bedroom. She collects people's hair. I saw jars full of it in her salon. Tolu frowned. Hair? What does she want with it? I don't know, but I have a feeling it's connected to how she knows everyone's secrets. Tolu's eyes widened. Are you saying she's using juju? Adebisi shuddered. I don't know, but I want to find out. Tolu hesitated. How? Adebisi took a deep breath. We need to sneak into the salon at night. Tolu's jaw dropped. You want us to break in? Adebisi nodded. It's the only way. That night, just before midnight, the two guests tiptoed through the silent streets. The salon was dark and quiet. Adebisi's hand shook as she reached for the door's handle. It was unlocked. She exchanged a nervous glance with Tolu before pushing the door open. Inside, the salon was eerily silent. The moonlight cast through shadows on the wall. Then Adebisi's eyes landed on something that made her blood run cold. A tall old mirror stood against the back wall, glowing softly in the darkness, and inside, the glass moving like a living things, were the secrets of the town. Adebisi and Tolu stood frozen, staring at the mirror. It wasn't just reflecting the room, it was showing real places, houses, streets, bedrooms, people moving inside the glass, unaware they were being watched. Tolu let out a sharp gasp. Adebisi, look! Inside the mirror, they saw Madame Funke's husband sneaking out of his house. In another part of the glass, a man counted stock of money in a hidden drawer. Adebisi's stomach turned. This was how Mama Kemi knew everything. She was spying on them through the mirror. Then suddenly, the mirror flickered. The images disappeared and a new face appeared. Mama Kemi. She wasn't in the room, but her face in the mirror was staring directly at them. And she was smiling. A cold chill ran down Adebisi's spine. "We need to go," she whispered. They turned to run, but the salon door slammed shut on its own, and Mama Kemi's voice echoed through the room. "Did you really think I wouldn't know?" Adebisi and Tolu pressed against the door, pulling and twisting the handle, but it wouldn't budge. Mama Kemi's voice seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Curiosity is dangerous, my dear," she said. The mirror flickered again, and suddenly the reflection showed Adebisi and Tolu standing in the salon, looking terrified. Adebisi swallowed hard. "Let us go," she demanded, trying to sound brave. Mama Kemi chuckled. "You have seen too much." The mirror flickered again. This time, it showed Adebisi and Tolu trapped inside the glass, their reflection staring back at them, mouth open in silent scream. Tolu grabbed Adebisi's arm. "She wants to put us in there." Adebisi's mind raced. They had to escape. With all their strength, she kicked over a stool, sending hair brushes and comb flying. The mirror flickered widely, its glow dimming. The distraction worked. The salon door suddenly flew open. "Run!" Adebisi shouted. They bolted out of the shop and into the night, their hearts pounding. As they ran, Mama Kemi's voice echoed behind them. "You can run, Adebisi, but the mirror has already seen you." Adebisi didn't stop running until she was safely inside her house. She locked the door, panting. Tolu turned to her, eyes wide with fear. "What do we do now?" Adebisi's hand trembled. "We have to warn the town." But deep down, she knew Mama Kemi would not let her go so easily. The next morning, Adebisi sat in her mother's living room, her hands wrapped around a cup of tea. She wasn't drinking. The event of the night before played in her mind over and over. The mirror, the voice, Mama Kemi's chilling words. Tolu sat across from her, nervously biting her nails. "We have to tell people," she whispered. Adebisi nodded. "But who will believe us?" The town loved Mama Kemi. Her salon was the heart of the community. People trusted her. If they told the truth, they might be laughed at or worse, ignored. Still, they had to try. Later that afternoon, Adebisi and Tolu walked to the market square, where many of the town's women gathered. They found a group of customers who had just left Touch of Beauty and approached them. Adebisi took a deep breath. "There's something you all need to know about Mama Kemi," she said. The woman turned curious. "What is it?" Tolu's voice shook. "She has a mirror that watches you. It shows your secrets. That's how she knows everything." A short silence followed. Then one woman burst into laughter. "Eh? A watching mirror? My dear, are you feeling well?" Another woman shook her head. "Mama Kemi is just wise. She listens to us, that's all." Adebisi's face burned with frustration. "No, we saw it last night. We went into her salon. The mirror showed people's home, people's life. That's how she spies on you." More women had gathered now, whispering among themselves. Some looked doubtful, but others shifted uncomfortably. "Come on," one woman muttered. is just a mirror. Adebisi clenched her fist. Then go and look for yourself. The woman exchanged glances. Unsure. Then from behind them, a familiar voice spoke. Adebisi, the crowd turned. Mama Kemi stood there, a slow smile stretching across her face. You really do have a weird imagination. Adebisi's breath caught. The battle had begun. The market square fell silent. Mama Kemi's presence was like a shadow stretching over them all. She folded her arms, her golden bracelets jingling softly. Adebisi, she said again, this time with a hint of amusement. You say I have a mirror that sees people's life? She laughed slightly, shaking her head. My dear, if I had such a thing, don't you think everyone would know by now? The women around them hesitated. Adebisi could feel their uncertainty. Mama Kemi had been in the town for years. No one had ever questioned her before. Tolu stepped forward. Then prove us wrong. Let us all come to your salon. Let us see the mirror. Mama Kemi's eyes flashed just for a second. Then she let out a dramatic sigh. Ah, my daughters, I would love to, but my salon is a mess today. The mirror is old and cracked. It is not special at all. Adebisi narrowed her eyes. She was lying. Mama Kemi stepped closer to her, lowering her voice so only Adebisi could hear. You should be careful, child, she murmured. Some secrets are better left hidden. Adebisi's skin prickled. Mama Kemi smiled at the crowd again. Now let's not waste time with wild stories. Who wants a new hairstyle? I have fresh attachments from Lagos. Just like that, the tension broke. The women, eager for beauty, followed Mama Kemi back to her shop. Tolu grabbed Adebisi's hand. She's covering up, she whispered. What do we do now? Adebisi swallowed hard. Mama Kemi wasn't going to let them expose her so easily, but she wasn't going to stop either. We go back tonight, Adebisi said, and this time we don't just look, we destroy that mirror. Tolu's eyes widened. Are you sure? Adebisi clenched her fist. If we don't, no one will ever be safe. And so, the plan was set. Tonight they would return to Touch of Beauty, but they had no idea what awaits them. The night was darker than usual, as if the sky itself was warning them to stay home. But Adebisi and Tolu had made up their mind. They had to destroy the mirror. Dressed in black, they crept through the silent street. When they reached Touch of Beauty, Mama Kemi's salon, Adebisi tried to open the door, but it was locked. Tolu exhaled sharply. Now what? Adebisi reached into her pocket and pulled out a small rock. Stand back. She raised her arm and smashed the window. The glasses shattered. The sound was loud in the quiet night. They froze. No one said. Carefully, they climbed inside. The salon smelled of hair oil and something else, something rotten. Then the mirror fickled. Adebisi and Tolu turned slowly. The glasses was alive again, showing images of people in their homes, asleep and unaware. Adebisi grabbed a metal stool. Let's break it. But before she could swing, the door behind them cracked open. A voice drafted through the darkness. I was expecting you, Mama Kemi said. Mama Kemi stepped inside, her long gown swaying. The room felt smaller, the air heavier. Adebisi tightened her grip on the stool. Stay back, Mama Kemi chuckled. My dear, do you think you can fight me? She waved her hand, and suddenly the mirror's glow intensified. The image inside twisted, changing to show Adebisi and Tolu standing in the salon. The mirror was watching them. Tolu grabbed Adebisi's arm. Adebisi, let's run. But the door slammed shut behind them. Mama Kemi stepped closer, eyes gleaming. You shouldn't have come back. A strong force pulled at them as if the mirror itself was dragging them forward. Adebisi screamed. They were being sucked inside. Adebisi and Tolu fell through darkness, trembling into nothingness. When they landed, it wasn't inside the salon, it was inside the mirror. They stood in a strange version of the town, grey, silent, and distorted. The streets were empty, no wind, no sound. It felt wrong. Tolu grabbed Adebisi's arm. Where are we? A voice echoed through the air. You are where all secret goes. They turned. A man stood before them, his body flickering like a ghost. His eyes were hollow, his face twisted in pain. You are inside the mirror now, he whispered. Like the others, Adebisi's blood ran cold. The man gestured around them, shadows moving in the distance. Dozens of hundreds of trapped souls, all victims of Mama Kemi. The souls wandered like broken reflections, their eyes emptied. Some whispered secrets over and over as if they couldn't stop. She knows everything. She took my hair. I never escaped. Adebisi strutted. We have to get out of here. The ghostly man signed. There's only one way. Tolu clutched his arm. Tell us. He pointed upward. In the sky above, they saw the real world. Mama Kemi standing before the mirror, watching them. If you break the mirror from inside, the man said, you might escape. Adebisi looked at Tolu. Might? The man's expression darkened. Or you might be trapped forever. But they had no choice. Adebisi clenched her fists. We have to try. Adebisi and Tolu ran through the grey streets, searching for something, anything to break the mirror. Then Tolu pointed. Look, a tall, twisted version of Touch of Beauty stood in the distance. Adebisi nodded. That's it. The mirror must be inside. They ran towards it, but suddenly the shadows around them moved. The lost souls turned, their hollow eyes looking into Adebisi and Tolu's. Then Tolu screamed, they are attacking us. Adebisi grabbed a piece of broken glass from the ground. Run! They sprinted towards the salon, dodged the ghostly figures, reaching for them. They had to break the mirror before they became part of it forever. Inside the twisted salon, the mirror stood tall, glowing like a portal. Adebisi didn't hesitate. She raised the glass shield and slammed it into the mirror. Cracks spread across the surface. A deafening scream echoed through the air. Mama Kemi's voice. The mirror trembled. Again, Tolu yelled. Adebisi struck the glass one more time, and the world shattered. Bright light swallowed everything. Adebisi grasped, eyes flying open. She was back in the real salon. Tolu lay beside her, groaning. Then the mirror was broken. Pieces shattered across the room. And Mama Kemi, she was nowhere to be seen. Adebisi sat up, heart pounding. Did we win? The salon door burst open. Townspeople rushed in, drowned by the noise. They grasped at the broken mirror. What happened? Someone cried. Adebisi took a deep breath. Mama Kemi was spying on all of us, but it's over now. The crowd murmured, fear turning into anger. Then from the shadows, a whisper came. It is never over. Adebisi's blood ran cold. Mama Kemi was still out there, and she would return. It's not over yet. You don't want to miss the next episode. Do you believe in cursed mirrors? Have you had a folktale like this before? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want to know what Mama Kemi meant by it's not over yet, are you still watching and you have not subscribed yet? Or yeah, kindly click on that subscribe button. Put on notification bell so you will be alerted when the next episode drop. Let's find out how Adebisi overcame Mama Kemi and set those under her shackles free. Like this video, share. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching Folktale with Chinelo.